Yabemo bibi akwa ba dia smart Ghana update so we news update fufuro kra na de ba beso mu abusia Canada compare ko Japan ye nyina ebeka ya enche bia ne brother Ralph Agyapong kwa bra no ope bantima seat no e ade se we campaign bebre ema ebi ekokotia Asenso buachi allegations upon allegations ana ewom nenei Asenso buachi aba abonten abeyi sansemi nyina no achechirem ade property pa ewom nano ena Asenso buachi e de atudwa se wono obetima ka se we grateful pa to Canada compare ko Japan ni nyina ne se wa bra 2020 wo ne campaign ade say o invite Canada compare ko Japan enso so wo so obai wo se ni nyina mu na Canada compare ko Japan e kamia ko say ni wonya problem bi kra with his foot enso so Stella Canada compare ko Japan etiti aso bai e ba work ni bi e be ye campaign man fefefe eno so e grateful pa na obeda Canada compare ko Japan ase so oba be boa no na osan so betimi aka enso so say ono Canada compare ko Japan omo ni problem bia aje se onya opportunity no kra so obehia na obehia no amomadi nkomo oni ni hwe bia ye no akase bia ompe na nim ahu anase bibisa na even po allegations here ba e cry ade se ono omo ban ni bi atwetwe nkomo se information ni bi ho de to abonten a enkoyi anase enye right esanse nukro bia enhye danim enso so wo so wonim de ntia Stella na kamia ko yese Canada compare ko Japan e de sansem no etudwa bibi ti se abetie de na ochiri ma ode to nsu ni se wo so maame enya de so waton abetie mpoda emutuo na no maame eton e wo bantema wa bra ne papa efiri mu yayaya onya cardiac arrest ema ebeka o maame nko a se wo ye bibi e de support wo mu eno wo so wo no amutu e de serve the people of bantema e de nyeska kakra e de hwe wo mu na emum wanton abetie mpoda de to so mienu nso so eye efie bia na Canada compare ko Japan pese wo kire se one former chief of staff aye hu bibi ene ade ni nyina nso okire mu a na no kura bia anim bribery allegations em wo so de to no so ni nyina no ade se wo no wo so wa nyina jubilee house anje jiska bia ohoda na emom eye party fo no pese omuko hu president ninim ni ndada no ena no wo so omunsa ede omuko na sa asem no kura ba no ade se president na mu kura ka che ne se na wo Asenso de se nya adwuma me de ahye onsa no nti sa ansem no no nwa kakra ni etwato a na Canada compare ko Japan pese wo kire se ade se ote ono Canada compare ko Japan na danfo bi fie no eno so Asenso kire mu a enya no crazy anse sa fie no oto free Canada compare ko Japan no adamfo no honom kra dada enti na ebia man make that allegations no abusia ensam ne doso amepese ye be ko ne akwakuti ni nyina ye ba ye beto so pepese de ensam ni nyina esitie.
Let's talk about, several allegations were thrown out there before the Bantama election. Which one really got to you, Asenso? And today we want you to say it all here and now. Which one did get to you? I mean, we'll get into that, but for you, which one really got to you?
None of them.
None of them?
None of them. Because I knew very well that they were just fabrications.
Really?
Yeah, none of them.
You were not staying with a friend in Adenta that,
Oh, you call that allegation?
Well, you didn't come out to speak or deny or say otherwise.
I did.
I did.
That one I did. I did. I never stayed with his friend.
You never stayed with Canada Japan's friend?
No, I never stayed with him. In fact, there's a property that belonged to his friend, but I had bought it.
So you had bought the property?
I've explained.
So you were not patching with that guy?
No. I was the only one living in the house. Yeah. Yeah, I was the only one living in the house.
That property in Adenta?
And I had bought it already. Yes. Yes.
Wow.
And this you can easily verify.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with that, you wanted to set the record straight that you own that property. You were not patching. You were not squatting with the friend. You still own that property.
Yeah.
Wow. What about the allegations of $20,000 before you once gets to see the president? It's baseless.
Baseless.
So he says that he has proof. He had people who had to come to. You saw the video, I'm sure.
Which video?
Well, he said it that people had to pay money to come and see you.
It's baseless. I have never, God is my witness, in my line of duty, wherever I work, I have never demanded any favor, any money before anything is done. Never.
You never ask people to pay you $20,000 before they get to see the president or come to the Jubilee House?
First of all, when I was at Jubilee House, my job was not the scheduler of the president. That wasn't my job. If anybody wants to see the president wouldn't come to me. If there's anybody who wants to see the president who will come to me, then it will be the party people that the president knew already. And even that, I'll go through the scheduler, which is the fine lady at the presidency, Saratu Atta. So I remember when that allegation came up, the president was like, "But how can you collect?"
Also, the president questioned you.
He didn't question. He was like, "So I heard this, but this is business. How can this happen? Because that's not your job, and you've never brought anybody to me other than people that already you and I know, party people, constituency chairman, this and that. So it's business.
So that never happened.
I want to have someone who can come out to say that." Anytime that somebody has mentioned, because it's fabrication, it's just a deliberate attempt to soil my hardware reputation. They use somebody somebody outside the country. I've heard they say some Indians. Let them come. Recently, some white guy who from nowhere.
Yeah, we saw a video that was.
I mean, if he is in the country,
you dare that person to come out and say.
Yeah, then we sue the person. Exactly. No, I've never done that.
Speaking of corruption and allegations, you've also not been spared with a couple of them. I mean, Kennedy Agyapong makes scathing allegations about you involving land grabs and grabbing lands here and there, land sales, involving the late Justice. Mafusa.
I think he mentioned a specific one. That
yes.
There's a property that used to house the late Justice of the Supreme Court, Justice Mafusa.
What is the situation?
I think the Judicial Service dealt with the matter. In fact, that land is part of that property. Is part of about four property within a 3-acre land. Okay, and the ministry. These are properties managed by the Ministry of Western Housing. So the ministry decided to redevelop those areas, which is something that has been going on since 1992. Government realized that some of these buildings, old government bungalows in the prime areas of Accra, Cantonments, Roman Ridge, Airport Residential, Laboni, can be redeveloped so that we make optimum use of the land. Okay, so that area, the ministry decided to redevelop those land. In fact, my official residence was part of the 4.
Your official residence
exactly
was part of that 4,
exactly,
including that of Justice.
Exactly, and I had to leave for that place to be redeveloped. Out of that, you're going to have about 24 housing units, and the agreement with the judiciary is that after that we give a special one, 4 of them to the judiciary, gated community for the judiciary, which they insisted on that. So there's nothing like that. This can be easily verified. So I was surprised. It
wasn't done for personal, use or maybe gains, and for you to get anything.
No. This program that has been going on, yes,
the redevelopment program.
Yeah, it's been going on for many years. Yes. So and he said I had sold the land.
Yeah,
which is not true.
What is the truth?
The truth is that the place is being redeveloped, and that same place still belongs to the state.
Judicial Service?
Not Judicial Service. Part to be given to the Judicial Service, part to be given to other state senior public officials. It's still in the public land belonging to the state. And
so it wasn't sold to private individuals?
It hasn't been sold to private individuals. Yeah. Wow. And I think the Judicial Service issued a statement.
We wanted to hear that from you as well as the minister for that sector.
The minister also issued a statement.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that is what it is, and that is the truth.
Yeah.
Wow.
There is no iota of truth in what the person said.
What is this issue between your good self and Honorable Kennedy Agyapong? Asenso? What is it?
Personally, I don't have any issue.
He campaigned for you in 2020. Is that right? After I saw a video, your walk.
Yes. My walk, which I'm very grateful for. He did. In fact, when I invited him at that time, he had issue with his thoughts. He said he will still come. He came and he campaigned, and he said very kind words about me. At a point during the presidential primary, he said certain things about me which I came out to say that they were not true. One of which you just mentioned. Yeah. And in response, I've heard him say that I said that
you said somewhere that you were raised or brought up well and not read.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you say that?
Yes, but he said it in the context. Not
Why did
referring
you?
to him.
Why did you not referring to him?
Yeah, because when he said some things about, he was in Kumasi and said some very disparaging things about me.
About you?
Exactly. And that was when he said that I live in his friend's house and all that. So I wanted to respond. A lot of people, many Ghanaian prominent people called me and said, don't respond to him. Okay. But I thought certain allegations had to be responded to. So when I was speaking to the interviewer in Kumasi, I wanted to assure those people who had called me not to respond to him that, you know, I'm here not to have any banter with my senior in Parliament, not to, and somebody who is way older than me, not to have any, and the way I was brought up, there's no way that I can insult or attack someone who is older than me. And I was brought up well. I was not trained to insult people. So there's no way that I was going to insult him or speak in the same manner that he did against me. Yeah, so it was more of an assurance that I was giving to people who had advised me.
Upon hindsight, do you think that the words, you could have carefully chosen your words?
No.
For somebody who's been brought up well, it's not something that, you still stand by it. And
yeah, because I didn't mean to insult him, to attack me. And it wasn't about him. It was just to assure people who had advised me not to respond to him that the way that I was brought up, there was no way that I can speak that badly.
When you heard those comments and commentary about you, did you reach out to him? I mean, like you're saying, he's a senior brother, a senior colleague, an elderly person. Did you reach out to him and say, well, maybe he's senior, why these comments? You didn't?
Which
the one he said he came to Kumasi to make some disparaging comments.
I spoke to one person who I'm very close to, who was part of his campaign. Yeah, I spoke to him. Yeah.
Would you want to reach out to him on any other?
I don't have any personal issue with him. Yeah, I mean, if there's an opportunity to engage him, I don't have any problem.
What did he say to his brother after the whole contest? Because before that, I remember there's a video, I'm trying to fetch it, but we'll play that video and that audio as well for you, that you were singing.
Yeah.
You know, I think it was a Christian hymn or a gospel song. And his brother was also that.
Exactly. I was
remember
singing.
The song?
Yeah, I do.
Sing that for us. What do you say? Yes.
You know, I had just,
what was the song?
I was saying.
Yes.
But I had just come out of morning devotion.
Oh.
Yeah, I attended the morning devotion, which some of the delegates decided to join me in the morning. So I was actually filled with the Spirit.
Oh, filled and in the Spirit.
In the Spirit.
And praising God.
Praising God.
Your song was?
Wa kano ebebem. Eradiwa kano ebebem. Eradia kase obe shira ye.
And rap was obe one time.
Now yeah shira.
Were you getting provoked?
He thought I was provoked. I mean, he was getting provoked. Yeah, me, I wasn't provoked. I didn't really care what.
One time now,
yeah, that was. You know, this whole idea was to also keep up with the Jones. I mean, to let the tradition remain. You know that everybody else has been wanted, so we should be. Wow. But the delegates thought otherwise. They
How did you feel? You reached out to him. Was it in good faith? Were you happy after I saw a handshake and all that?
He came to congratulate me. Yeah.
What did you tell him? Tell us exclusively on that day.
No, we didn't say anything. He said that this is massive. Thank you. This is massive. Well done. That's what he said. Then yeah. He said this is massive.
Are you going to involve him in your campaign?
Everybody. You need everybody. Yeah. Everybody is welcome, and we will make sure that everybody who has something to offer
right
is invited to join us. Yeah.
You had a Kokonte party, or what do you say, a betie?
Yeah.
A day after the primaries. Yeah. Why that? You could have done a fufu party. Kumasi is not fufu, but why a betie?
I didn't organize it. You know, I mean, one of the most unfortunate things that my senior brother Kennedy said when he came to campaign for his brother, that me, I'm a son of a Konkonte seller. So virtually denigrating me.
Are you a son of a Konkonte seller?
The fact of the matter is that my My mother never sold konkonte, but sold omutu. He had a big omutu joint
in Bantama.
My father was a building contractor who got this young, beautiful lady. He married her. And my father, at the age of mid-50s, suddenly died of cardiac arrest. At that time, my mom was barely 35 years, had 5 children. And my mother trained as a hairdresser, dressmaker and a caterer. But when my father died, she was then a housewife. But she decided not to remarry, not to do any other thing, but to trade and do something to be able to cater for us.
Right.
So she went into having this omutuo joint to be able to make a living and also cater for us. So that's what she did. Yeah, but when Honorable Kennedy came, she was denigrating my mother's job that fed many people in the community. And she said that my mother was a konkonte.
So she sold omutuo. Never did she sell konkonte?
Yes.
Or maybe she makes that along the way.
He didn't. I think he was wrongly briefed by his people.
Wow.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter whether it's mutu or
yes,
konkonte.
Of course.
They're all local food that he prepared and sold. So a lot of people were very upset by the
they were?
Oh, yeah. Very market women, widows. And my mother was a widow. Market women, giving the sacrifices that my mother made to make sure that I had a very decent.
Your mom is still around?
No, she passed. Some 2-3 years ago. Yeah, and that is why some people decided to have this konkonte party, and the attendance was amazing. Yes.
You had a huge crowd for that.
Oh yeah, amazing. And even before that, market women, hairdressers. Many people, drivers were very upset by the unfortunate comments of the Honorable Member of Parliament. Yeah. So that's why this konkonte party came about. Yeah.
Interesting. Bantama Asenso watching.